Organizers say it will be the first sustainable Olympic Games ever. The first time that social, economic, and green considerations were taken into account when planning every aspect of the world's largest sporting event.
47.55.
David Stubbs was part of the team that drafted the London 2012 bid. He says the plan for a sustainable Games was a key reason London was chosen to host the Olympics. Stubbs was charged with making sure the bid's lofty goals became a reality.
If you can put sustainability at the heart of a project, which is the largest logistical exercise in peacetime, across 26 different sports, all happening at the same time, with thousands of people attending and millions or billions even watching, sustainability can be part of that. You can do it anywhere.
Privation levels in terms of employment, healthcare and education.
The Olympic Park was a derelict wasteland when CNN first met Stubbs in 2005. What was once a contaminated industrial site has since been transformed into lush grounds with premier sporting facilities. And it has all been done with sustainability in mind.
There's a huge emphasis on reuse and recycling, and all the buildings that were knocked down, all that rubble was sort of crushed up and used as the filling of these gabions for the new bridges.
And you have widened the river around the park.
Well, this particular river here is much wider than it used to be. It was quite sort of a narrow canal with straight edges, hard edges, which we've now peeled back. It's several yards wider, and that's allowed us to put in this softer landscape along the edge, which is great for birds and other wildlife. But the site is crisscrossed by rivers and canals, and most of these were badly polluted. Just opening up these rivers, cleaning them up and creating a sort of a shallower profile in the wetlands further up has allowed large areas of wildlife habitat to be created. At the same time, that's providing flood mitigation benefits for thousands of properties in the local area.
And then you have the Aquatic Centre.
It's one of those buildings, great architectural design, but you do not want to build a permanent venue so big just for the Games. So we've got these temporary wings on the side, which both sides together provides an additional 15,000 seats. And that is great for the Games, but afterwards we bring it down to 2,500 seats in legacy mode, and it's basically a facility for the local community. And so let's go and have a look at some of the gardens, shall we? Because I think one of the key things about this site is how you've got this parkland and sort of natural parklands as well as more formal gardens, which just create a fantastic character to the site. And I think, unlike previous Games, people are going to really feel they're in a park.
So a major part of a sustainable Games obviously is the centerpiece of the Olympic Park, which is the Olympic Stadium. Talk a little bit about how this stadium was constructed in a sustainable way.
First of all, it's one of the lightest weight Olympic stadiums in recent times, in fact the lightest weight one, so a lot less materials in it, and less materials means less impact, less cost and so on. Originally the roof truss, the whole design, it was a perfect circle, but it meant specially adapted steel tubes to create that upper roof truss. Then somebody said that there's a load of surplus pipes from a gas mains project lying around which are no longer needed, and they could be used instead. And they looked at it, and essentially we were able to use these existing materials, which is a lot cheaper, not creating you're not manufacturing things, there's a lot less impact in terms of carbon and energy and so on. But it's not exactly a perfect circle.
It may not be perfect, but it is certainly more sustainable. And that is the point of David Stubbs' work for London 2012, to create a lasting and positive impact on a city, a blueprint for sustainability to be followed for years to come. Erin McLaughlin, CNN, London.